Welcome back. Yesterday, as a reminder, we were able to go around, honestly, what will be, like the principle of making sure that we keep on moving our agenda of unification. We saw the areas that we have to tackle, and we use that as a principle to unify us all yesterday under two main problems that we have to solve. The first one, that 77% of Latinos do not know of their own contributions to the country, and because of that, we don't know how powerful we are, we don't have self-recognition, self-regard, and not enough social recognition. And we went through data to equip us all with everything we need to know so that it's clear that Latinos are powerful contributors to the country, from demographics to behavior to economics to understanding that we're critical for the advancement not only of corporate America but also America. Everybody should be equipped and proud after that session. But also, we gave you the tools so that we can move forward, being actually part of the players that are going to take the action to change our perception, to move from invisible to visible, and from negative to positive, and from takers to makers. We went through all of that. 77% of Latinos not knowing of our contributions, no more. We all have to take action. The second piece of the day was talking about pretty much the problem of fragmentation, the deep fragmentation that we have. 90% of Latinos that identify as Latino, and again, Latino, Latinx, Hispanic, whatever you want to use is fine. 90% of us identify as Latino, but do not act as a Latino community, do not have a shared agenda, do not act as a community. And that's why we started talking about so much with Dr. Juan Andrade, that is, one of the co-chairs, and we're going to recognize the co-chairs. We started talking about how essential is unity. And he's not talking about unity in philosophical, we are the world ways. He's talking about unity as a business imperative and as a social mobility imperative for all of our community. So we went around and made the case of how important it is for us to buy from each other, to mentor each other, to share the access code with each other, but also to have a shared agenda. One or two things that all of us push so that we can break through, because we have all the conditions to win. We just need to focus and coordinate and be organized and be asking for the 1 and 2 and 3 things that we can do together. So we brought you yesterday the most incredible experts on gender, on health, on education, and on jobs, decent jobs, so that all of us can be informed and inspired, so that we can take action wherever we are, whenever we need. Because the agenda that we have together is an agenda of progress. Because if there's one thing that unifies all Latinos, is not our language, is not our country of origin, is not our political affiliation, is that we all want to progress, we all want to move forward. And the problem is that the higher we go, the lonelier it gets. The more we progress in our careers, the more barriers we face. The more we progress, the lesser of the community and family business, family and friends that we have. So it's of self-interest that we open the door for each other, so we're not the only one in that room that can be pushed away. It's of self-interest that we create networks of support, intentional, open networks of support, so that we can keep doing what we like the best, progress. Today, we're going to be talking about the last of the problems that guide every single action that we do at the World Human Foundation, which is that 76% of Latinos cannot be themselves at the workplace. We're going to be looking at how corporate America can become the most strategic ally that the Latino community have, because it's of self-interest for them. Because there's no way that any industry can grow without the Latino population. There's no way any company can hire without Latinos. There's no way any company can sell without Latinos. There's no way that they can actually get suppliers without Latinos. It's imperative that we get into the table with them and start looking at win-win-win situations, so that Latinos and corporate America find a framework of action that makes it simple to identify and to engage genuinely with us as employees, as the community, and as the consumer. And I think that every company that is here understands how important it is to build genuine relationships with Latinos and do not have to wait for a tragedy to stand up for us, to speak up for us, that are doing it now proactively, positively, moving our agenda and moving their agenda forward. So today is all about how are we going to mobilize corporate America. But before that, I would like to extend a couple of thank yous. I would like to extend a couple of thank yous to our sponsors that make this happen, that allow us to keep on doing what we believe is a dream for our community, our mission, and our vision. Thank you to all the sponsors that made that happen so that all of you can be here without having to pay a ticket or without having to worry about those things. Thank you so much. Please recognize our sponsors. I would like also to recognize the co-chairs of this meeting, the Hispanic Leadership Summit 2021. I would like, please, for you to stand and give them a round of applause as soon as I'm done with the entire list. Please welcome and thank you so much, Dr. Juan Andrade, Henry Cisneros, okay, yes, of course, Dr. Juan Andrade, please stand up. Henry Cisneros, Wendy Garcia, the Chief of Diversity and Inclusion of New York City, Tony Marks, the President of the New York Library, Jeffrey Sachs, economist, Columbia University, Elena Villanova, CEO of Tech for America, and Jimmy Wales, CEO and creator of Wikipedia. Thank you so much for being here. I'm just going to say two things about the naughty person that I am, but open person that I am. I caught the videos of two of the co-chairs yesterday because the conversation was just too good. But so we have a video from Jimmy Wales in which he's calling us to join forces to get Latinos into Wikipedia where we belong. In the spaces where we have to be. We have to have more Latinos having entries in Wikipedia, and we have had to have more Latinos in the places of history where we're not. They call them the red links. We have more than 100,000 red links, worse places where we have participated and where our name is not there. So Jimmy Wales, Wikipedia, and World Human are creating a partnership to get Latinos into Wikipedia so that we can be seen by the world. I also would like to ask you to join forces, to join and welcome and give my deepest gratitude for my board members. I think that I have two of my 4 board members here. It's a tiny organization, so it's a tiny board. But I would like for you to welcome the chair of our board, Jose Luis Prado. Thank you so much for being here. And I would like for you to recognize Beth Rady, Richard Ellman, and Juan Carlos Hernandez. Again, I just want to finish one more time this section by giving you the thank yous and asking all of you to thank. As a fact, I'm going to add one more. I want you to give a thank to the World Human team that yesterday was not present, but I want everybody to give it a big round of applause. Michelle, Jose, Andrea, Laura, Paulina, Marisa, everybody that is actually doing everything they can so that we can be here today. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so very much. Your weekends, your late nights, it's like years and years, giving your blood and sweat is paying us so much. Thank you so very much. And Michelle Cooprider Howard, that has been leading. Thank you so much for putting together this incredible Hispanic Leadership Summit. But the biggest, I think, thank you I have, and that's where I'm going to start asking you to stand up. I think it's for the group of people that can make this scalable, and those are the Hispanic Star Hubs, the Hispanic Star Hub leaders that have made it. Please, if you don't mind, give your recognition to Madame Mrs. Perla Tamés, National Director of the Hispanic Star Hubs. Please come to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, please recognize all Hispanic Star Hub leaders that are in the room. Please stand up and give them your recognition for making a difference countrywide, bringing good, bringing hope for Latinos. Please join me into the stage, Hispanic Star Hub leaders. Please come on stage, please. And while they are coming on stage, let's watch a video about Hispanic Star Hub leaders' impact this year.
Hola, buenos días a todos las estrellas hispanas. Wow, qué emoción estar aquí con ustedes. I am very excited, Claudia. Thank you so much. This lady right here trusted me, and she had a dream. And in a vehicle in Houston, Texas, she said, Perla, I know you can do this. And then we got hit with pandemic. But everything we have done has been for these real life heroes. These guys right here were there and showed up in the middle of pandemic to help their communities in need. A big round of applause to them. Hispanic Star Hubs is a network of leaders, of people that care for their community. Some of us are first generation, second generation, born and educated Americans. Me, myself, I am from McAllen, Texas. First-born, generated, and educated American from immigrant parents. I had one dream, and my dream was to be educated and be successful. After I have met my success, my life, and my purpose is to empower others to reach their goals and get to their community, because that's why we are here to shine. And we only do that together, because if you all win, we all win. We have a special recognition for our hub leaders. We are representing here from coast to coast, and these hub leaders have been there to represent their community in their first degree of influence, coming from educators, healthcare, commercial real estate, corporate America. What else do we have, guys? Entrepreneurs, media, all diversity, in government as well. And these are the people that are the trust bond, exactly what our experts were talking about yesterday. These are the people that represent our community, and they are the ones that go from being successful in their businesses, in their jobs, and grassroots to reach the community and go and be a loving hand and say, I look like you, I have your story, let's pull up together. And this is what we do for Upward Mobilization. A round of applause to them. Thank you all so much. Let's continue to grow our network. Claudia, our trailblazer, thank you for paving the way, because it takes grit and resilience to be able to go from state to state to thread this network. And this is where we're at, and we're gonna push much forward. If you all want to grow our hub membership, please unite with us. We're in 22 plus states, and we want to reach all the way to Hawaii and Alaska. So help us unite all Hispanics in our country and beyond. Thank you so much, hub leaders.